Okay, so I'm gonna shoot a video about my Honda Passport. It's known as the Honda Cub. This is the C70 model. I have an 81. Basically, I picked this up about almost 2 years. I'll say maybe a year and a half. From a lady who was gonna restore this with her ex-boyfriend, but when I bought it, she was already married with the family, so that was plans that didn't happen maybe 10-15 years ago. But I got it for 800 bucks, which is not a great deal, but the going rate, I mean, it was running. All I had to do was clean up the carburetors, dump some gas in there, put a new battery. Of course, the tire was original on it. They were like bicycle tires. I don't have them here. I think I have it in the backyard, but maybe I'll show that on the next video. And I got it running instantly. As you can see, this is not an original form. I took off the fairing that goes here, the fender, and the rear shock. It's off a 500 FT 500 Ascot, which is or the motorcycle I had before as well. I sold it. I put a new shocks in that one and put these on, and it worked out. Gave me a bit of a lift, especially with a bigger tire. Look by the airport, so it's pretty loud here. This is the shifting. It has 3 gear or 3 speeds. It's a heel toe gear shifter, I believe that's what it's called. And I think the motor is still, it's an original, but not the carburetor. This is an aftermarket carburetor. It still works, but I think it could work better, so might be something I want to replace eventually. This air tube goes into this air box here, which flows really well with the fairing, but currently I don't have that because I do plan on taking this to camping when I get a chance. Also, this has 7,300 original miles. It's a bit rusty now. It wasn't like that when I first got it, but had to leave it outside for over a year. Let's take a look at these decals. They're still in pretty good shape. It's got a little helmet holder here. The seat pops up from this side, I believe, or the other side. Pop this open. Oh, right here. And this is the gas tank. Currently, it's out of gas, so I can't start it for you to see. I will do that on the next video. Do some drive-bys, some cold start. This is out of registration since 1984. I have no plans of registering this since I'm gonna be using it for off-road or camping purposes. This is the exhaust. So some of the things I replaced, other than these knobby tires here, these are 2.75 by 21. It's a lot bigger than the original one that came with. I think they were like this tiny and super skinny. I think they were 1.75. I'm an inch wider and an inch taller, most likely. Took this off, painted it. The rust came back, but just something I wanted to try out. So this was a perfect bike. I bought 2 new forks, or I don't know what these are called, maybe shocks, strut for these 2 sides, because the old one was pretty worn, the bushing's worn, and I had a clearance issue with these wider tire. They were hitting. They still do once in a while now. So maybe in the future I'll get a different front fork setup. But I really love the look of this. It looks like a scooter, but it also looks like a standard motorcycle. especially with the shocks back here. I did take the front basket off. I don't know if I mentioned that at the beginning. And I kept this back storage. I don't know what this storage thing's called, the back crate on, because you know I could add like a carrying case or like a storage back here. Had a new battery put in. It's probably needs a recharge. So far that's all I've replaced. I mean, the chain is still good. I don't remember replacing it, but it's still functional. And this is like super weak anyway, so I'm not thinking like it doesn't go over 35 miles per hour, so I think I'll be pretty safe riding it around. Yeah, I'm gonna clean this up a little bit more because it's been sitting outside for quite a bit of time. I think at least from last May till now, and it was stored in the garage before. Didn't realize, but I do have a lot of Honda products. Back home I do have a CB350F, it's a 73, and that's my favorite bike that I have. But this is something I really like too. I want to keep this one for camping and get it tip-top running condition. Right now I do have a problem with the shifting gear. It kicks off the gear once in a while and the shifting's kind of difficult. It wasn't like that before, but after I rode it for a few times, I think it got worse. I think I read it online. It could be a shifting rod or something that's bent, so I just have to take that apart and see it for myself. So this shock back here was also difficult to wasn't difficult, but just to get it on the right height and to work with the chain, because as you can see right now, sitting on the 2x4, it was really raised up before, even more than this. I had bought a brand new shock for it. It was way too high up out in the back, and the front was like how you see it now, and the bike was just tilted like 45-degree angle, so you can't really park it. So my plan is to ride it the way it is, clean it up a bit more, throw the covers back on, maybe throw the fairings back on, and fix the shifting lever. Hopefully that's just bent so I can get it to shift properly, upshift, downshift, and it's a pretty fun bike. And I'm gonna see if I'm able to add a couple photo on my next post of where I actually picture of me doing a wheelie on these things, on this thing I mean. Yeah, so this is my 1981 Honda Passport, the Super Cub C70. Enjoy and stay tuned for the next video.